backing up notes, printing, sharing, and emailing. OneNote 2013 automatically backs up your notes. Whenever you make changes to a section, OneNote automatically backs up the file. However, you can change how many copies are kept. You can also change how often backups are created and where they're stored. You can also manually back up your notebooks at any time. Then, if something happens and you need to restore or move your data, it's easy enough to do. To manually back up your notebooks, go to the Backstage view by clicking on the File tab. Click the options on the left-hand side. Now click on Save and Backup on the left-hand side of the OneNote options window. Under the Save section at the top of the window here, double-click the backup folder if you want to change the destination that the files are backed up to. Select a folder that you want to save your backups to, and then click the Select button. OneNote 2013 saves a backup once a day and creates 2 copies of the backup. In the Backup section of the OneNote options window, you can easily change that. Just tell OneNote how often you want to back up files and how many copies you'd like to save. Close OneNote 2013 to save the changes. When you open it again, the changes will have taken effect. A small message box will let you know that everything has been backed up. To manually back up your files or notebooks, go to the Backstage section by clicking on File and then Options, and then click on Save and Backup. Now to manually back up your files or notebooks, click on the Backup Changed Files Now or Backup All Notebooks Now button. Let's click on the Backup All Notebooks Now button. OneNote 2013 goes ahead and backs up all your notebooks. You'll see this message when it's done. Your backup files will be stored in the folder you specified earlier in the section. Multiple authors can access your notebook and make changes to it if that's what you choose to let happen. This is especially helpful if you use your notebooks for business purposes and want to keep your team informed, as well as have their input on the notes that you have. There are 2 ways that you can share a notebook. You can create a notebook that will be shared, or you can share an existing notebook. We're going to show you how to do both. To create a new notebook that will be shared with others, click on the File tab and then click on New on the left. Choose where you want to store the new notebook. If you want to share the new notebook, you must either select SkyDrive or some other cloud-based network location. Enter a name for the new notebook, then click Create Notebook. Perhaps you've created a notebook on your computer and now you've decided that you want to share it. This is easy to do. Click on the File tab and then click Share on the left. Now just select how you want to share it. You can choose to invite people that you want to share it with, get a sharing link, share within a meeting, or move to the notebook. If you don't have those options on the left, you'll need to share this notebook by putting it on OneDrive or on SharePoint. If I open the notebook that I created earlier that was already on OneDrive, I can perform the same steps. File, Share. You'll then get the options of inviting people, get a sharing link, share with meeting, or move notebook. If you choose to invite people to view the notebook, you'll enter an email address for the people you want to share with, as shown here. You can also add a message. Click the Share button when you've finished adding email addresses. The people you've chosen to share the notebook with will receive emails letting them know that they can view the notebook on OneDrive via the OneNote web app. Another way that you can share an existing notebook is to get a sharing link. You can create 2 types of links. You can create a link for those people who you want to be able to view your notebook. You can also create a link for those people who you want to be able to edit your notebook. Click the Create Link button. Note that you can create both types of links if you want. Just click both the Create Link buttons. Now we can share this link to anybody who needs or wants to view the notebook. You can also share with meeting. Let's show you how that works. When you click Share on the left side of the Backstage area, choose Share with Meeting. This is what you'll see. Now click the Share with Meeting button. If you're in a meeting, you can now share your notes. Click the OK button to share notes. I'm going to click Cancel because I'm not currently in any meetings. If you've used other 2013 Microsoft Office programs, such as Word or Excel, when you go to print your files, you may notice that you can print to OneNote 2013. Before you learned to use OneNote, you may have wondered exactly what that meant. Let's say you've created a document that you want to incorporate into your notes or just save as notes. We've created a document for this course. Now we're going to print it out to OneNote. To do this, first we need to open the Word document that contains our outline. Keep in mind that you can also print from Excel and other programs. Now we can go to the File tab inside Microsoft Word and click Print. Under the printer, select Send to OneNote 2013. Go ahead and go through page setup as you would if you were sending it to a printer. Click on the Print button. OneNote 2013 will then display a dialog box. Select the location where you want to insert the spreadsheet in your notebook. You can choose a section or page. If you choose a section, OneNote 2013 will create a new page within that section of your file. I've chosen a section. Your file is then inserted into OneNote 2013. To print notes to your printer, click on the File tab to go to the Backstage view in OneNote 2013. Click on the Print on the left-hand side. The best and most efficient way to print from OneNote is to select Print Preview. However, let's click Print for the time being so that we can show you why. We'll show you Print Preview later. When you choose Print, OneNote 2013 is ready to send your notes to the printer. All you have to do is tell it what to print. First, select a printer. If you have a printer connected to your computer, it would show in this area. Click on it to select it. Select the number of copies of your notes that you want to print in the Number of Copies box. Next, select the page range that you want to print. You can print all of the pages by selecting All. You can print a selection or just the text you've selected. You can also specify certain pages. OneNote doesn't assign page numbers but uses this old-fashioned print box anyway. If you want to check pages to specify the pages to print, you can only print the first page of a section. The section you want to print must be the active section open on OneNote 2013. For that, you would enter 1 to 1, then click Print. If you want to select pages to print and you don't want to print all pages in your notebook, you must use Print Preview. You saw Print Preview at the beginning of the section in this lesson. We wanted to go through to the Print command first to show you that it can be a dead end if you want to specify a certain page to print. For OneNote 2013, it's always best practice to use Print Preview to print your notes. Let's go to Print Preview now. Click Cancel, and then go File, and then Print. Now click Print Preview. On the left, we see the page that we have active in OneNote 2013. On the right, we can adjust the print settings. By default, it's set to the current or active page. We can also print a group or a section, as shown in the Print Range drop-down menu. Now select your paper size. The scale content to paper width is automatically checked for you. It's best to leave that checked so you don't have content going off the side of the page when it's printed. You want all your content to fit on the printed page, and with this box checked, it will. Next, select if you want to print portrait or landscape. If you're printing onto a standard sheet of paper, printing portrait would mean that your printed document would be 8.5 inches wide and 11 inches long. If you print landscape, your document would be 11 inches wide and 8.5 inches long. Now select your footer if you want one. You can print footers that contain the name of your section with a page number, the name of the section. We can choose not to have a footer. Click Print when you're ready to print. Select the printer that you want to use in the Select Printer section. If you want to print multiple copies, select the number of copies that you want to print in the Number of Copies box. Click Print.